Finishing Cup last year and then deciding to make that jump was not scary, just did we bite off more than we could chew kind of thing.
I thought our team could learn more in 1 year than spending a year in D3 then going to D2.
Every second that you waste is another second that somebody else could be using to get better.
So that's why I keep coming back. That's why I sacrifice my weekends when I can do other things or my money on events or traveling, because I want to be out there with those guys and nobody else.
This is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. No one can fucking stand out there on that box just by themselves and go out there and do what we fucking did. You come out here, you fucking rage, you play hard, you play aggressive, you play smart. Hey, roll through to Sunday, roll through to the fucking afternoon, roll through the goddamn podium. Let's fucking go, boys. Come on, boys! Right fucking here.
I want you to imagine a scenario for me. Imagine you're a freshman in college. One day after football practice, your coach says the whole team will be playing in the semi-pro XFL next year. You'd be skipping 3+ years of college football experience and bonding with your team. That scenario gives you an idea of what the Regulators faced after they jumped from D4 to D2 in 2019. The team skipped over a year plus of training and experience and headed into one of the hardest divisions in competitive paintball. To understand why they made the jump, let's head back to 2018.
In 2018, we should have been playing in D3 X-Ball. We lost a couple players that pushed our point value down, so we didn't have to play D3. We chose to play D4 and not push anyone out that didn't have experience in X-Ball yet, so we pushed down.
The team had a successful season in both the local and national leagues. They placed 4th of 18 at the local East Coast Cup event and 13th out of 65 at the biggest national event of the year, the World Cup. After the 2018 season ended, team captain Ross sat down with everyone to discuss his plan for the year ahead.
After a great practice against NRG, we would regularly play against Nasty as well, Nasty Semi-Pro. I brought it up with the guys. It's been something that I had on my mind for a while, something I wanted to see the program do, and I thought we were kind of ready for it. I brought it up to originally push to semi-pro, and we kind of had a discussion. Everybody was kind of feeling it, on board with it, thought about it was about time, or, we might as well do it, put ourselves up there and do kind of baptism by fire. And talking about it for about a week, we made the decision to just stick with D2.
Everybody on the team is hungry. Everybody wants to move up those ranks. I mean, anybody who plays anything past D4, I mean, the goal is to succeed and move up the ranks. We had to step our game up for sure if we were going to compete at that level, and we didn't really know what it was going to take until we actually played an event at that level.
To be honest, my first reaction was we should do it. Not really knowing, what to expect. It's kind of scary.
It was excitement. I've been playing paintball for a long time, and I've played at D4 for most of my paintball career, so it was about time to take it to the next level, and I was really happy to go to D2 with this team.
I really didn't know what to think. I have a lot less experience than the rest of these guys, and it really threw me through a loop. I mean, they were ready to go to D1, and I wasn't ready for that either. I'm happy we went back down to D2 and decided to make that jump.
I thought our team could learn more in 1 year than spending a year in D3 then going to D2. We're a group of guys that want to make it to the highest level of paintball, so why wait and why take the time to go through each level of paintball?
I feel like we can handle it. It'll be a challenge, but we have a lot of good teams to play around here in practice. Yeah, we should be good.
So obviously with decision to jump up divisions, we didn't really have a full-time coach, which I think is something that, higher level teams kind of need. You always need somebody that's not focused on playtime, and they really give an objective look at the team. They can tell you what your weaknesses are without any sort of personal bias, and you can really be blunt and say what you need to say about what needs to improve, what needs to happen to get to that next level.
I knew A-Rod. He used to play against us. I used to play against him all the time. And after we talked about moving up, I was like, it'd be great if we had a coach. I reached out to a really close friend of mine and said, hey, I haven't talked to A-Rod in a long time. Do you think you could put me in touch with him? Started talking to A-Rod. We met somewhere in the middle, what we could do, how the team could go, the direction, and we brought A-Rod into the team.
He was real excited to be out here with us, and we're really grateful and really excited to have him along with us as well.
Even with the addition of A-Rod as the coach for the 2018 season, the team still had some hurdles to get through. The plan was to fly A-Rod out to Virginia for 1 weekend before every event. When it came to the actual events themselves, A-Rod would only be able to coach if their schedules lined up, since he is a current professional player on Dynasty. If the schedules didn't line up, the team would still be player coached with the help of Nate's dad, Mike. With that in mind, the team headed into the first weekend with A-Rod.
Yeah, so we brought A-Rod out several weeks before the first event, just kind of meet the team, get a feel for what we needed. And first time with him out there, it was definitely an eye-opener. We've been doing the same thing pretty well consistently. We would show up, start off, maybe do some one-on-ones, do some warm-ups, stretch, do a couple laps, and then get into points. His method was definitely a lot better. Running through things, same drill over and over and over again, and just hammering all the little details and making sure that you are using all of your time effectively. Because when you're out there, every second that you waste is another second that somebody else could be using to get better. He's been really big on that, and that's been something that we were lacking for a while.
Every drill had a competition to it. If the loser was basically doing laps. He told us, we were just having too much fun. When you're practicing, you're clocking in. You're there to work. You're there to put in as much of your effort as you can. He liked what, he saw, but he also very truthful in that we had a lot of work to do.
I'm not nervous. That comes from the preparation of just coming out doing lanes over and over and over and over, and then over and over and over and over. Like you guys are laughing right now, but I'm telling you, dude, it's like a free throw, fucking hitting a fucking trick. You're doing that over and over and over, and it's not like, I hit it and done. It's like
you gotta do it 5 more times right,
and then you do it 10 more times after that, and then you know what, you want to improve upon it, so you take it a step further, and that's just the meticulous process. It's not that everyone's gifted and can just do it the first time. It's like you work at it. Like I said, dude, you guys are out here to work, not just to hang out. Like y'all can hang out at home, drink beers and all that shit, or this is just a paintball team that you just want to come out and have fun on the weekends. But from what I was told and from what you guys said, like that's not the case. So while you're here, make the most out of it. Push each other, push yourself.
We had a lot of good practices beforehand. We practiced Energy Elite, Semi-Pro in their D3 line, Scum Dogs, Brawl. So we were pretty confident going into the event. We knew it was going to be tough. We knew we were going to have some hard matches.
Right off the break, CEP, we knew there was going to be a bit of a learning curve going into D2. None of us had D2 experience whatsoever. They handed us our asses, for sure.
Towel. Towel. Point approved.
It was just a different level of intensity all the way around. I mean, if you were getting bunkered, you were taking at least 5 or 6. If you were just getting shot one side of your bunker, you were taking 5 or 6 walking off the field. As soon as they would get a kill, they were pushing right up the middle. This layout was very strong up the middle, and they capitalized that almost every point.
That was our welcome to D2. We definitely conducted ourselves differently during that match than we had in the entire 2018 season. In any X-Ball match before that, we would have probably, things had been going our way. We go down 2-3 points. We probably would have started infighting a little bit, started pointing fingers, and just really breaking down in the pits. We came out of that match thinking, okay, this is a new level. How do we adjust? How do we come out there and get points on the board and make it count? And that was something that we hadn't had before, and that was a big change for us.
We got that first match over with, went into our vintage match a little more confident. We scouted them a bit. We kind of looked at what their snake player was going to do, knew that he was really aggressive, getting to that 50 snake really quick, working on our counters to that, and played a little more aggressive with a little more authority. And we were able to put a few points on the board.
Hands up, boys. Hey, second match, same fucking vision, same fucking time. Same opportunities, fucking win. Let's fucking do it. Play with your heart, play with your mind, play with your body. Play with your fucking heart, boys. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family!
Toe to start. I mean, it was 2-2. At one point, they put 2 more points up on the board and made it 4-2.
Every time they could get to the Snake 50, he was there and shooting people in the backs, taking one right after the next, and just closing out points really, really quickly.
He loves to grab his mask, especially when he's hiding behind his bunker and doing some communicating. He'll grab his mask and talk like this. Also, he likes to do this twitch where he rubs his chest, which really looks like he's wiping. I hope he can get it under control, because this might get him in trouble someday.
It was 4-3 at one point then. They just kind of pulled away, but a lot of those points were close.
It was a tough match. Vintage is a great team. They helped us open our eyes a little bit more, figured out what we were doing right and what we need to continue doing going on.
So Saturday when we played New Jersey Supreme, we completely changed up our D side. We were pushing harder on the D side on Saturday with New Jersey Supreme than we were on Friday with any other teams.
Pretty much a night and day difference between Friday and Saturday. I think we really started to hit a stride. Tied up 2-2. Ended up having to bump out from home over to the Snake side, fill out. We lost that side. Filled out, played my way up. Ended up being a 2-on-1. Got the one guy, lost the body, didn't know where the second one was. Caught out of the corner of my eye. The dude running straight for the buzzer. Turned, got my gun up. Think I got it up fast enough and got the shot off. Don't know for sure. The refs were deliberating for a little bit. Just kind of hung out, waited for the point to be over or them to say it was keeping going. Turns out they gave me the point. We need to go get the buzzer. Went and got it. Brought it up 3-2.
That's how we do it. We come out, play hard, play let's go. Play like we know. You gotta play calm. You can't get out. Play like that. That's the
So Vegas last match of the prelims, we were 0-2-1. Pretty much knew there was no chance of going on. We had pretty much nothing to lose at that point, but we weren't going to go down without a fight. So I want to make sure we came out just as aggressive, if not more so.
Nigga, what is competition? Isn't common bitch and not, it's just a lot of victims slaughter to my composition. Nigga, I was on a mission, living in the bottom, hottest saunas, eating chili pepper sweaters and a lot of friction sitting on the sun. It was written, I'm the one. Nigga, if I rule the world, they get the messages in blood. Heaven sent to bring him help, just like an evil, then I'm done. Ever since I dropped Perlina, I was even with the Huns. Bitch, until of that track, when I'm spilling that crack, my militia rate a villa, I'm a villain that's black, back killing, mass stealing, my chillin' backpack, rap skill is past millions, rat building that's that. With the angel next
I spent more than half of that match trying to get to my first bunker alive. I was getting shot off the break all the time. 2 points in a row, I ran to the snake corner, got shot on the run there. I sat at that point, and then Nate asked me what's a safe bunker to get to on that side. I told him to go to that the temple on the snake side. He ran there, got shot off the break too. So their lanes were just on point.
Down 4-1, we came back. We fought hard. Had a couple quick points. One of them didn't work.
It was hard to see behind myself the whole time, so I found myself doing 360s out of nowhere, trying to see everybody who's behind me in the bunkers. Sometimes it was a little much. I didn't have to be so 360-ish, but it seemed like it was helpful to get a full picture of everything going on behind me.
Is that scary?
There's just a lot going on. You don't know what's in front of you. You're just relying on everything you're being told. So on the left side and the right side, so you're just trying to get a picture of everything going on and good comms across the board to everybody on the left and right side of the field.
I am not a king or a peasant, I'm a being, I'm a presence, I'm a thing, I'm a weapon. I walk the abyss and got me invented. It's obvious that anonymous body, them niggas spitting. I'm Scotty mixed with the pip and pissing you off. I need you niggas to listen, I'm sickening, bitching you soft. I live in Victus, you all get living, you fall. I've risen and now my gifts is my presence, giving you songs. I'm nightmarish, mice, I might perish. Tight to snipe parents, good night, the light sharing the sight of my barrel, igniting my terrors. Going right there and exciting my larynx. I'm neck to neck with the legends. I've resurrected ascension and brought it back to the nine. And this is what you was getting, no question. Nigga, progression. In my soul, still my flow, keeping no correction. Still I'm gon' pressing, keeping up the pressure till I'm reaping up your sector, killing beats a profession. Boy, every unit I got it, I made it through like I promised. I made it movement iconic. I paid for truth and I'm honest. I slay the moon in my progress as the clock or sun. I'm an angel and a father and a monster at once.
That's good. You know your job, boys.
I honestly thought we did better than what I expected we would do. I knew D2 was gonna be tough as shit. I think the guys are really gelling well, and I think we're ready to take the season.
The weather was crazy. It is like every year in Texas, as everyone knows. It rained the day before, the week leading up to, and then it was super wet on Friday. And then as the day progressed, it was just sticky mud. And it seemed like that followed the rest of the weekend. Everything was just so sticky. It was hard to get out of your bunkers. The ground was just nuts to play on. The generator was loud, yeah. We couldn't hear anything on one side of the field, and then we had a highway on the next. So it was just noisy, muddy, sticky, wet. The conditions were just out of control. So we played Nasty, A-Team, and Brawl in Texas that we could just play locally. So we spent all the money just to fly to Texas to play local teams. So Blitz match was really good. I was surprised that we came out and fought them as hard as we did, and when we came out swinging hard, and I thought we were going to mercy them. We went 4-0, and then they were able to bring the game back. And it was tough down to the wire, and we came out 5-3 at the end.
Brawl's a team we're familiar with. They typically push the D side pretty good. They're a very technical team. They've got some middle presence, and they are not afraid to play the mud.
One thing I've learned that I've written down on paper, it's never leave some weed on the table with a stranger. Shit, I can barely even trust my friends. Maybe with my lady, not trees of the men's. I mean, really, why even should I try to test the social? Catch them in the act and end up having to approach them. Entertain the story while it's testing all my patience. Why the fuck you think I spent this money on some players? While I'm on the other side of earth without assistance. Pitching in the night, saying Evie goes the distance. At home the same shit is going on, I don't miss it. It's a nice place to live, but I wouldn't want to miss. Never stepping out the car or on the stage without a purpose. Ghost ride the whip like I'm ghost writing verses. Afraid to come and go, so I take fame in little doses. Director of these photos, so the aim remains focused.
I think it was 3-2 at one point,
and we kind of just went for it. We decided to try to take some territory off the break because it was just so hard getting out of the pocket. They ended up shooting Connor off the break going to like D2 or D3, and after that, we just couldn't get any more momentum going.
I ain't holier than thou, we're trying to even act superior. Half the shit I rap about, I'm speaking from experience. I'm living at the beach about as west as the earth goes. People get to see gangsters dressed in circles. The murk where they birthing those flows to set the world off. On the wet park bench, drinking OJ and Smirnoff. I seen it through my own 3 and speak it how I heard it.
Yeah, Nasty was a good match. Came out hard, and I think we only lost 1 point against them.
Regulators, 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 regulators. 1, 2, 3,
I ain't speaking on my businesses in public when concerning deals. Stepping on stage like it's light bulbs and turning wheels. Fight a couple nights of 1,000 that I didn't kill. I still kept it peeling out and stepping up the weapon real. Messages across the border still remaining pinned up. The opposite of dilated eyes that I begin with. Nothing is original, even under cloudy days. Sun is still shining, just rerouted and out of phase. Lately when I walk, I've been trying to hold my posture straight. Hold my chin up, they feel the love from across the way. California love from Diego to Acosta Bay. All across the map to every single solitary state. All across the baggage claim, all across the gate. Some calling it freight, how I'm carrying weight. Some calling it fate, while some others remain torn. Some calling it rain, cause that's when I brainstorm.
They beat us at one point. Fucking know that. Know that we had some mistakes and they capitalized on it. We can't sleep on any of these motherfuckers out here. 1, 2, 3, family! 1, 2, 3, 4, Texas! Alright, boys.
Right now, we're sitting at 2-1, about to face A-Team. We spent a lot of time scouting A-Team, and we thought we knew their game plan down to the T. We knew which bunkers they were going to and where their lanes were. We got 6-1 by them. We got mercied, and it did not feel good. As our last match, we needed to win this to go to definitely make Sunday, but we couldn't do it. We ended up in the 17th seed, which was one away from moving on to our first Sunday event in D2. It was a heartbreaker for the guys, but definitely showed progress from Vegas.
I think we're taking another, step in the right direction. Preparation, getting more organized all the way around in terms of practice and everything. And I think it started to show in that Texas event.
Definitely set our goals on being a Sunday team now. We practiced our asses off getting into there, worked really hard, put a lot of effort into figuring out the field, coming up with different game plans, all that stuff.
You could really see our level of hunger go up after Texas, just being so close to making Sunday. One or two more points is basically all we needed to increase our margin to make Sunday.
We had our first match against Houston Zone.
By far one of my favorite matches I've ever played.
They played aggressive. We had to play just as aggressive to actually go up against them. But we played most of the match down, and then we came back.
Point approved. Let's go! Nobody jump that
First day at Philly, it was that slippery mud, and it was very soft. So you're sinking in the ground. You're trying to get traction. You're trying to, dig off the box, and you're just sinking. We're used to playing in some pretty crappy weather. We come out all the time to the field, and it's wet out, cold out or something, and we're not afraid of the elements.
Love will never meet it. It just gets sold for parts. You cannot fight it. All the world denies it. Open up your eyelids and let your demons run.
One of the last points of the Houston Zone match, I ended up, diving
with my gun a little too low, man, and it was almost my entire gun went into the ground. So I was able to pull Excalibur out of the stone and, turn my gun on real quick and start shooting again. Thankfully, I didn't, clog my barrel up too bad.
Are we up? We're up, boys. Hey, keep your gun up. Keep going.
Time finished. Game finished.
We finished the match. We beat them 7-5. They gave us a run for our money, but we were able to pull it out, which was awesome.
We came out of a really rough match. We won 7-5 against Houston Zone, and number 4 overall team, looking really good. I don't know if it made us overconfident or what, but we ended up getting 5-0'd by the Royal City Sea Dogs. It was a tough match. They were ready. They were prepared. Came back right after that, and 6-2 Rise Outlaws. We were 2-1 at the time, and in Texas, we ended up going 2-2, and we really wanted to make sure we hit our Sunday ticket. We didn't want to hit 2-2 again and barely miss it 17-16. So we wanted to make sure we won this last match. So we scouted the hell out of them, and we made sure we were ready. Ended up losing the first point coming down, and we came back real quick with the second point struck back. Basically, the first 4 or 5 points were back and forth until they were up 3-2. Nate came back with a really clutch 3-on-1. He brought it back 3-3, brought our mentality way up.
Hey boys, notice we're not fucking kneeling this time. We're standing proud. Be fucking proud. Hey, this is progression. This is progression towards fucking victory, towards fucking championships here, boys. This is the shit that we live for. This is what we want. This is why we're here. We don't fucking have this fight brought to us. We come and we seek it out. This is our fight, our time. We make it. Nobody else is gonna give it to us. We go out there and we fucking take it, boys. Get your fucking minds right, because we're playing fucking Sunday paintball. Woo! Yeah! Hey, each fucking tournament we've gone and fucking progressed. We took our fucking licks in Vegas. We came out in Dallas, showed people what the fuck we've got. Now, we make them fucking remember. Not some fucking dying light shit. You come out here, you fucking rage, you play hard, you play aggressive, you play smart. Let's go, boys. We get a loud family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family! Let's go, boys.
I don't know, it felt good coming out Sunday, and we haven't made a Sunday since D4 World Cup in 2018.
What we did in D4 and I did in D5 when I played, I mostly podiumed all the time, so we get used to it. And we came and made this big jump to D2, and it's really rough. Well, we had to learn a lot of different things. Everything's tighter. The game's just played so much better. And I mean, it's one of the best feelings in the world to be able to make it to Sunday.
You're part of that like group that's good enough to make it to Sunday. You're, first few teams out there, sun's coming up and shit. Like, felt pretty good.
After Vegas, not winning a match, then going to Texas, winning 2 matches and missing Sunday, then going to Philly, winning 3 matches, and making Sunday, just showed the progress and the hard work we're putting in, and we were on cloud 9.
If you'd have told me we were going to make Sunday our 3rd event in D2, I would have called you a liar. Not that I didn't believe in the team, but I thought that it would take longer for us to do.
Before getting matched up with Padres, we didn't know much about them.
Personally, it probably threw me off a little bit. We see the Padres a lot. I know that they're a solid team. You hear them every event. That chant where they say, "Daddy's home."
You didn't listen to your mom all goddamn day. 5:35, that door fucking shut, and Daddy's home! Daddy's home! Daddy's home! And your ass is grass! Woo!
Yeah, so you know who they are, but I thought we could take them. Basically, we were down the whole match. They pretty much took a body off the break every point, sometimes 2 bodies real quick. Their lanes were just on point off the break, and we had a tough time.
We were mercied that tournament by Sea Dogs, and that felt like shit. We did not want to get mercied or not to put a point up against the Padres. I think it came down, it was me and Tim, and it was like 2-on-3 or something, and it was a long 5-minute point. Took our time, and we ended up pulling it out, and we put that 1 point up on the board. And even though we didn't win, that 1 point was pretty important to us.
With the Padres, it's kind of like there's a lot of footage of them on YouTube and stuff, so they're always like a super hype team. It's probably hard to match that hype going into our first Sunday match.
Yeah, definitely going to the match really hyped, really high. I mean, obviously we feel great knowing that we made Sunday, feeling like we've got that under our belt. And then you go into it and you just feel kind of like almost you didn't deserve it to be there if it's not working. It's a little demoralizing, but it gets you amped to kind of come back and show that you deserve to be there.
Hey, not the finish we wanted, but a fucking great step forward. Fantastic step forward. It's all about progression. These teams have been doing it a lot longer. We're playing fucking catch-up. We're playing catch-up against these, but we know it fucking works. From Vegas to Texas to right here. We know it works. We go back, we hit it harder. We've got 2 fucking months. 2 months before Chicago. Let's all fucking do everything that we can. So when we come out here, we face another team like that, put them in the goddamn dirt.
We're slowly showing everyone that we are a Sunday team and that we're a team to be to recognize, and that you don't want to pull us in the prelims. We will fight till the very end, and usually we're a winning team now.
Out of Philly, obviously disappointing loss coming out of there. A little fire under our ass to get even more ready for Chicago. We really wanted to focus on our lanes, make sure that we were able to take kills off the break. That was something A-Rod really focused on us with. Came out against Wisconsin Infamous, taking a body almost every point, which really gave us the advantage. We'd take a point, go up, they'd take a point, come right back, and kind of swing momentum. We ended up going up 2 points, I think. They got one back, and then we finished out 2 points ahead of them. So yeah, it was played a solid, but in the end we edged out.
That struggle match was a little bit more rough than our first match. We came out, we lost first point, came right back and won our second one, made it 1-1. They just got dominant and started taking over it. They won the next 2. We only got 1 more, and then they won 2 more after that. They knew what they were doing, and they're a consistent Sunday team, and that's where we need to get to.
Go shake their hands, look them in the eye, tell them good game. Let's go home. Let's fucking get a beer, get some fucking grub. Let's fucking reset and come out here tomorrow stronger than we did fucking today. Right, boys? Yep. Hey, family on 3, just for us. Don't let them fucking hear it. Just for fucking us, boys. Just for fucking us. This is why we're out here. Just for us. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family. Let's go shake their hands, boys.
First match Saturday against CO Blitz. We knew it was pretty important. We were 1-1, so losing 2 matches in a single event, it's underperforming for us at this point. And we have some history with those guys. They really don't like us at this point. They didn't think they should have lost to us in Texas. We went up 3-0 on them.
The center was like critical. If you'd have somebody in the center or any sort of presence, the point would swing not in your advantage or to your advantage. It seemed like through the whole event, if you'd have any sort of center presence, then it was going to be a tough match.
Made a big push there. I think they took 2 points to get within 1. And then I think we finished them out 4-2. It was a good win going into our last match of Chicago in the prelims.
So yeah, going into the Scum Dogs, I know we felt pretty good. Those are a good group of guys that we practice a lot. So, we kind of knew what we were going into, and it was definitely one match we didn't want to lose.
I'm tossing in bed, can't sleep in basements, live in the wasteland below. It's all in our head, fear and frustrations, chest pain sensations, I know. Try to isolate, side of cyberspace. Now I found another level, no I'm not a saint. Hating my mistakes, all the angels wait, but I'm dancing with the devil. Dancing with the devil. Dancing with the devil. I'm tossing in bed,
next time, Dylan, if you're gonna try to overshoot me, try to actually hit me.
with the devil. Dancing with the devil. Dancing with the devil.
Fucking getting those points, those hard grinders. It's tough to be fucking patient in those moments. It's fucking tough. Fucking out there together, boys. Hey, no one can fucking stand out there on that box just by themselves and go out there and do what we fucking did. Right. Hey, it takes a fucking family, boys. Family. Looking out for each other on and off the fucking field. On and off the fucking field. That's that shit that other people don't have. You can't fucking copy this. You can't fucking copy the amount of time that we spend together and the amount of time that we fucking put in the work to come out here and have a fucking W. Hey, roll it through to Sunday, roll it through to the fucking afternoon, roll it through the goddamn podium. Let's fucking go, boys. This is our goddamn tournament. Right fucking here. Later. Regulators, 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 regulators. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family. Go, boys.
Really felt like we were firing on all cylinders. We had an awesome prelim showing, came out top in our bracket going into Sunday. Yeah, spirits were high. It was great. We really felt like we had a lockdown on that field. We knew what to do.
The regs were definitely playing the best paintball we played all year. We were communicating. We were shooting buys off the break. We were playing the middle well. Like, this was our field. We were definitely feeling it.
We had a couple dumb mistakes, me included, leaving the box early, getting pulled off, so just basically giving them a free body.
We got off to a slow start. I might have lost my shit on some of our players for leaving the box early, a couple points in a row. Definitely killed our momentum.
They fired off the box. They didn't shoot us that fast. The point went, and then the ref went flying after them. It's 2 points in a row. It's not that. Snake, Dorito corner, red alert! Snake, Dorito corner, red alert! Why would you? They have fucking lanes, dude. Dive under. Let's go, let's go. Hey, calm out. Doesn't matter. 2 left. Head on that box. Hey, I'm going audible. Go Charlie, that's the corner. I called an audible. Connor's going E corner. I'm going alpha. No Charlie. All right. No. I'll change the slate.
You can't make those mistakes at this level. Guys just capitalize on it, especially Blast Camp that have been there before. You know, they've played at that level. They played Sunday a bunch, so they just capitalize on it as soon as they can.
We need 5 on 4. We haven't played paintball yet. Okay, let's play paintball. Yeah.
It was our first prelims, getting through the whole prelims without getting mercied. And we thought we were finished with that curse until we played Blast Camp and they 5-0'd us. It was gut-wrenching to have it happen again.
That was a tough loss. It was like a kick in the nuts. Just sucked.
But that was our event to win. I think we had a breakdown in our pits and maybe we got in our heads. And I think our biggest issue as a team is we don't have a solid coach. We just don't have a guy that's been playing pro for a while to be in our pits with us, or that's been playing high-level paintball to be in our pits with us to give us those points that we need, or those tips, or even to be at all our practices and at events all the time. Because we had the same issue in D4. We'd always make Sunday, but we never made it past the quarterfinals or that Sunday, that first round of Sunday. And this is the same issue we're still having in D2.
I know how you're all feeling right now. Tiger, that's yours, right? The same way I fucking feel. Disappointed, fucking frustrated, angry, anything. I understand it. We fucking had it. Feeling coming into this. Like, have the fucking world on our shoulders. Just fucking take it. It sucks. But this is a fucking tool we use. Learn from our mistakes, learn from the corrections that we can make, and fucking do this shit again. Hey, we didn't take a step back. This is not a step back for us. It's not. We are a Sunday team. We're just not playing Sunday paintball. That's the difference.
30 seconds.
Sunday team, but not Sunday paintball. This is where we fucking make that correction. It's 2 events in a row. We come in here Sunday and then kind of shit the bed in the fucking morning. This is not easy. This is not supposed to be easy. Do you want to come out here and have shit handed to you? No. I certainly don't fucking want that. We came out, either we're antsy or something, I don't know. But we got to think real hard about what was the same between Philly and this event. And think about how we fucking do well in the prelims, but then how we can correct it Sunday out here. Now we all got to fucking work together and let's fucking make Sunday afternoon. Let's fucking make Sunday noon. Let's fucking make the next match. That's what we fucking progress to. If you're the guy next to you real fucking tight on your shoulders, I don't care if you got a hit or not, fucking feel that. If you got a hit, you fucking earn that hit. If you're in fucking pain, you earn that hit. If you got fucking heartache, you fucking earn that heartache. If you fucking feel victory, know that you earn that shit too. That's what you fucking earn. Alright, boys? Family just for us on 1, 2, 3. Family! Love you guys.
I mean, last event of the season, everybody's putting everything they've got out on that field. I mean, you don't play for another 5 months after that. So, first match against LVPP Iceman. Came out strong.
Send applause to your heartstrings! Send it! Send it all down!
Couple grinders of points, still were able to just pull it out. We beat them 4-1.
The time, swallow oxygen, expanded, hold it in. All these years have passed, yet it hurts to be reminded all the time. Applause, my lungs still breathing. Sometimes it's hard believing. Struggle with every single breath.
Going into our match against Grit, we went 0-4 against them. It was a long match, long points.
Well, I was about to bump up to the 50 wing and I saw stream of paint coming at me. So I jumped back and my right shoulder dislocated. I had to set my gun down and pop it back into place. Pretty painful, but I finished off the match playing.
When the sun left, we are the overcast. Please take the
They were just basically mirroring us up. They just played the same sort of strategy better than we did. So that was tough to end out Thursday with that loss. So coming out 1-1 on Thursday, we knew that Friday was going to be a big day for us.
We're coming into the Seattle Ninjas match is very important. You at least get that first crucial win to make sure you can have a chance on moving on to Saturday and Sunday. We came out a little flat. We went 0-2. We ended up switching up our game plan, and we put me over on the Aztec on the snake side, shooting on the D side, and it seemed to really effective and block them and stop them from moving up the D side at all. And everybody else just got all the kills and did everything else. I didn't have to shoot anybody. I just had to shoot a lane. It was kind of nice. We did that for 3 straight points, and they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to change it or what to do. At one point in the match, Corbin told me that there was a snake 50. So I looked over on the snake side, slowly started shooting, and I ended up getting one lucky ball right in his mask. Right after that, I decided to move up to the mini W and then move to the 50 and eventually bunker out the 50, and it turned it into a 2-on-2, and I had Corbin and Trey to help me finish up the rest of the match.
Come on, man, feel this pain. Bleed like you never had before, like you never had before. The season changed, you will remain like you never had before, like you never had before. And I will captivate you with everything I got to bring a best out in you. One strength, one heart is all you need tonight.
I made up to the snake off the break, got a couple kills, and I just remember thinking like, oh, we got this point. Then I get shot from a guy that ran up the center of the field. I'm thinking, okay, so we're good. I got a couple guys, we'll finish that one off. And I'm walking off the field and I see all of our guys walking off the field too. I'm just like, damn, pretty much scored a quick point on us and respond. I make it to the snake off the break. I post up on him, catch him. Basically, we blew the snake side open. That point lasted, I don't know, maybe 12 seconds. Then the very last point, we just basically had to hold them off for, I don't know, 10 seconds. And broke out to our easy bunkers to get to. Crossed up, had a few guys run through our lanes, and our lanes followed them as they ran by. And yeah, we beat Seattle Ninjas 4-3.
Coming off our match before JMO Boys, we kind of did the math. We knew where we kind of sat in the bracket. We couldn't lose to them. If we lost to them, we were not going to have a Sunday showing. So, like, the worst that we could do was tie. We were able to have A-Rod. Our schedules matched up, so it was great. We had him in the pits. He was giving us a lot of great advice. It was the first time our schedules matched up all year that he could join us in the pits, and we were really thankful to have him there. Oh, yeah. And Rusty. Yeah, Rusty joined him too, which was cool. Thanks, Rusty. Yeah, so our match was pretty back and forth, pretty evenly matched. timed out. I think we both realized how much was on the line with that match, and neither of us wanted to give up anything to the other team.
So we find out that we are moving on to Sunday. We've met a lot of goals this season, winning a match, making Sunday, not getting mercied. We're like, we're going to make it past the first round in our first season of D2. I know all of us really wanted to make it past the first round. New England Wreckage is a team we've seen in practices before. They're not strangers to us, and we were looking forward to a good match with them. We went back to the play that was really working in the Seattle Ninjas match. We sent Tim to the Snake side Aztec to hold down the Dorito side. We ended up winning the point, 5 bodies alive.
It's time to knuckle down, no time to run around.
For some reason, I guess we switched up the game plan a little bit. We took ground every point after that.
Fucking crazy the most. It's keeping kids, it ain't in our nature to boast. So we be playing things down, we be making jokes. In case we choke, rather make out like we didn't try. We bear the shame that we built a plane that didn't fly. Living lies, man, if only we could live a little. The end might not be great, but it was good in the middle. You may get chastised, but the work you did outlives you. And if you did it from the high, I know that they'll forgive you. May ain't nobody forbid you from this first step. On a high wire, it could be your worst yet. It could be your best. I walked on it once or twice, thought I stumbled to my death. Though I feel it getting thinner, I'm still standing on the edge.
Easy, what you want could be another thing. It is a power of its own.
Attracted to this life.
Sat here watching the game footage today, and you'll hear me saying, how are we losing? Because we were up at the 50 bunkers every point. We ended up dropping 3 straight games against them to lose 3-1.
Thought I'd be happy with the Emmys and you got it wrong. I had to leave them behind, although we got along. It's the trains leaving today. You're either off or wrong. Don't know if I got it wrong. I live with it though. Play some good defense and stick with it though. Best shape of my life. I'm sick with it though. Ain't up on the main stage. I bought tickets though, and I can't quit the show. Though I know it's such a
After a crushing 3-1 loss to New England Wreckage, the team huddles together for the last time this season. Mike talks about how hard they fought and how proud he is of everyone. But they fall on mostly deaf ears as teams around them celebrate or throw their gear into the dirt. As everyone stands in the huddle wishing they could just go back in time, Ross brings everyone in for one more chant.
10 seconds.
All these other fucking teams, same team, win, all that fucking bullshit. Fucking matters. Family was fucking hey, when I was fighting against others, fucking boring. One, two, three, five! Hey, make sure you thank our
And with that, the Regulators break down their gear and get ready for a long trip back to Virginia.
Finishing Cup last year and then deciding to make that jump was not scary, just like, did we bite off more than we could chew kind of thing?
Not to be like, a Debbie Downer or anything, but I didn't have super high hopes for going to D2. Like, I just thought we were going to get our asses handed to us the entire season.
Going in the first event and going, okay, well, this is D2. And then just after the first match, we're like, okay, well, this is it. We're not going to go down, we're going to stay at this level and work to compete here and see what we can do.
At Texas, you can see the progress. And then to Philly, you can see the progress. We worked with A-Rod, we worked with Rusty, we worked on ourselves. And everyone bought in. Everyone in the D2 guys bought in. After Philly, I don't want to say plateau, but we could not make it past the first round. And I know a lot of us are bummed about that this year, but we're all putting in the work just like we did last year.
I really couldn't be prouder of what we were able to do this season. The effort, commitment, passion that these guys have for not only the sport, their own skills, each other, just everything. I really could not be prouder.
We're going to make it past that first round. And then, the second, third, and hopefully, we'll be playing on that pro field next year.
I would say, not technically losing, but you spent a whole season losing in D2, spending all this money. So why come back and do it all again?
I've been playing paintball for 14 years, and I don't want to round up how much money I've spent probably in paintball, but it's probably enough to buy myself a nice car at this point. But I do it for the family and the love of the sport. There's no other sport like this that you give two teams of 5 guns, markers to shoot at each other. And at the end of it, we get in a line and congratulate the other team on a good game. The finances that it takes to play is worth it in my eyes.
So 2020 would be my last season. I love these guys. I love the team, the line that I played with. I think that we are all super close. Every time we go to events, we have all gelled really well together. From the first day of coming here in 2017 to maybe whenever my last day is in 2020, I couldn't have picked a better group of guys to play with. So that's why I keep coming back. That's why I sacrifice my weekends when I can do other things or my money on events or traveling, because I want to be out there with those guys, nobody else.
Get anything out
Just
of it.
to not get anything out of it.
Yeah, so why come back again?
I think the answer is in the question. Not getting anything out of it, I think, is not true. I get a lot from these guys. They pretty much give me give me and everybody else on the team their complete trust. It sounds kind of stupid being like, it's just paintball. It's just a game. There's a lot that the sport does give you. Prize money is whatever. Rarely are you ever going to see that cover any costs. So, you really do have to have a passion for it. And I think one of the things that you get out of it is brotherhood and a family. And a lot of these guys, I'm closer with them than I am with my own family in certain aspects. You really go to battle with everybody every weekend. It's kind of hard to walk away from that. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing it. I always said from the start of it, kind of running it, if I wasn't having fun anymore, I'd be done. It's more than just having fun. It's the relationships that you build. Yeah, I just couldn't walk away from that.
Players say winning is hard, but in reality, losing is the hardest part about paintball. Nobody talks about how hard it is to go home and see just how much money you poured into an event with nothing to show for it. Nobody talks about the struggle to keep players motivated to come to practice after a year of losing. But losing doesn't mean there isn't progress. It's what keeps these players going afterwards. It gives them the motivation to get up early on the weekends and run those same drills over and over and over again. If all you did was win, would winning still feel good? Does the pain and suffering of a loss make that next win that much better? For the Regulators, they have a long off-season to get through before they get another chance at that feeling of winning an XL event. But the paint's potted, the tanks are full, and they're ready to do it all over again.
I will send the transmission home to say that I've been out here too long alone, and I wanna come down now. I will send the transmission home to say I should have called it so long ago, and I wanna come down now.
And most importantly, I like to thank my wife, Jessie. She comes to events with us when she can. She's in the pits. She is always putting up with me being gone on the weekends, guys coming over to my house to do interviews, just to hang out, just to do anything. The massive amounts of paint that I have stored in my house, all the gear and everything. Also, she listens to me whenever I have an issue and I just need to talk it out with her. I couldn't ask for a better wife to support me. And she doesn't get thanked enough, but she's definitely loved for it. I really couldn't do it without her.
I don't know what else happened.
People not being butthurt.
People not being butthurt, emotions. What else?
Aggression, pace.
Aggression. So we ran some really good drills.
We can start off with the 2018 season.
If you can't, I can't do it with those hiccups. I'm sorry.
See, I'm telling you, the basement segregated.
It's the hiccups. That's all it is.
It was things we could build up for this whole year that we were getting ready for D2. What else?
Look at the camera.
We're gonna stop it right.
2-on-2s, 1-on-1s, and it was great. How was that?
Say
He's gonna say
No, say please, because then you're gonna think about it.
Yeah, please say
I'm just gonna talk.
Say
slow.
Say come.
Silence or
I'm just gonna say
Say
if I'm just gonna talk, and if I say I say
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're good.
you suck.
Nope.
He definitely looks more sober.
Yeah, I'm
And now you move. Stop moving.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Four and 5, almost pulling out and tying it up. But just figured we'd play that match for Connor.
How many balls did you feel?
All the balls. We 4-0'd him. It was great. I don't know.
You went on 4-0.
Oh, we went on 4-0.
He started to come back.
And then, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. So.
Okay, so backtrack.
Yeah.
Wait, what does the score say up there?
5-3.
5-3, yeah.
They came back, made it 4-3, and we scored 1.
That's right. Texas is money.
Okay, we're gonna backtrack again. So,
fuck.
You talking about just got.
No, we're family.
We're family. We're more family.
More family than your family.
Then we tied.
It was literally.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. That was a Houston zone match.
Yeah.
My bad. My brain got fucked up. I don't know what to say. I was about to go on to the next match, so I can't.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, there's stop right there.
Let's see what you think about your snake. Oh, you fucking fuckwad piece of shit.
I enjoyed playing Chicago Blitz or Colorado Blitz.
You went away 3.
Really?
Yeah. And then they started they started going back. It was pretty good.
It was crazy. It was the craziest center I've ever played. Colorado Blitz was the best. Chicago Blitz was they're a great bunch of guys, no overshooting penalties. It was great.
And the ref, instead of letting me know, as far as I know, he didn't let me know at all. He kind of just ran past me and threw a minor, and that's how it went.
It was pretty painful, but I finished off the match playing. By getting shot.
He was dislocating, replacing, and wiping the set.
Fucking get it! Yeah, I'm probably talking for a while.
I mean,
you can cut it down.
So yeah, next time, Dylan, if you're gonna try to overshoot me, try to actually hit me. You know.
Perfect. Footage is gone right over there.